Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue our review for your test, The Age of Revolutions, and I will be posting a document today also to support this. These are the notes that I've taken from the unit. So it's a summary. I've looked at some of the activities you need to do to close a unit, and this will be helpful. We talked yesterday about humanism, and I will post notes on that with these notes in a short while. So the first thing that we can talk about is how the scientific revolution, humanism, led people to look at the classics, and they were not just looking at the way people thought about science, but the method that people used to do science, which was observation and experimentation. This led to a renewed interest in the sciences. The Dark Ages had been dark in many ways, and one of those ways was in scientific exploration. There are also a lot of views that were held that were not really based on science. They were based on other ideas, and they were held in many cases by the top layers of society, in particular the nobility, and in some cases the Roman Catholic Church. So one of the first things that's very important is that science is being taken seriously. This is a picture of the Royal Society, which was an academic. It was an academy dedicated to learning about science and other things. And the results in using the scientific approach had impacts in the scientific or the natural world and in the philosophical world by basically inquiring, asking questions, and keeping on asking questions until an answer was found. People started to find different types of answers and ask different types of questions about science and about society. Changes in this approach made people start to question other ideas. If we find this in science is not true, by inquiry and by investigation and experimentation, people started to look at the political situation, at the economic situations, and started to ask questions about that using the same method. Two scientists that stand out in the early period of this time is Leonardo da Vinci, and his works and drawings were way above what anyone had done before. And he dabbled in all different types of science and the arts, and it was a great mind of the Renaissance. Valen is another scientist. He started looking at human bodies to start learning about human anatomy and how to solve problems when there were medical issues, and his practice of conducting autopsies and dissecting cadavers led to a great increase in knowledge. In the past, the term that we use today, someone has a skeleton in their closet, was mean that they would have to hide bodies or skeletons because it was basically illegal to look into them and try to learn from them. So when someone has a skeleton in the closet today, it's still used for someone who's hiding something. Valen is the person who did a great amount of work and led to growth in the field of anatomy. The idea of inductive reasoning is due to Francis Bacon, and he said that knowledge is power. And inductive reason, basically, you look at patterns that keep repeating themselves, and you start drawing conclusions on this data, and then you move forward to look for more patterns. This is called conjecture. It's a very powerful thinking method. It's not a perfect method. You can make mistakes with conjecture, and the idea is that you need to have more data, more scientists. And so just remember, which is correct, Francis Bacon, and his statement is his statement is knowledge is power, and his name is Francis Bacon, not that Francis is Bacon. This inquiry method led people to challenge religious views, political views, social views, economic views, and it was starting to really lead to a situation where the dominant culture, which was established by the nobility and the Roman Catholic Church in particular, was being challenged. It led to an increase in knowledge and changes in thought. We're going to have another short screencast on changes in thought, and again, I'll be posting these notes today. We do have a meeting today also to kind of review them. So that should help you a little bit as we prepare, and again, another screencast will be coming today. Thank you and have a great day.